and only factors can be canceled. So that's the big important thing to remember here. So I've said here, important to understand and remember, we can only cancel common factors, not terms or even parts of terms. Not something that's just a factor in a term. It's got to be a factor of the entire numerator or denominator. And again, that's because of what we're doing when we're crossing out these common things is we're taking advantage of the fact that with multiplication, right? With multiplication, those common factors can be split off into their own fraction, become a 1, and not then needed to be written. If there's a plus in between, like the P and the Q here, so that the R's were terms, we wouldn't have this stuff going on. It just wouldn't work. Okay, so I may have kind of beaten that into the ground, but hopefully you'll understand that and this won't trip you up going forward. I'm going to do one more example for you, and then I'll give you a couple to try. Okay, and so we're freeing ourselves up from now having to show all 4 steps of that procedure, but we keep it in mind. So step 1 of our abbreviated procedure is to factor completely both the numerator and the denominator. Let's see. For this numerator, I'm going to have a 5x and a 1, right? A 5x and an x and a 1 and a 1 in order to get 5x squared and in order to get 1. So let's see. In order to have a plus 1, these will have to either both be positive plus 1s or both negatives. But if they're both positive, I won't get a -6 in the middle. So that's the only possible factorization. Quick check to see if it's right. 5x times x, yep, that's 5x squared. The outer terms will give me -5x. The inner terms -x. -5x minus x, yep, that's -6x. And -1 times -1 is +1. So that's good. And then for the one down below, to get a 3x squared on the front, I'm going to need a 3x and an x. Now let's see, to get a 7, there's 2 possibilities. I could have a 7 and a 1 or a 1 and a 7. Let's see, I need a 4 in the middle. So I'm thinking I probably want a 7 there. I probably don't want to have a 7 here and multiply 3 times 7 and get a 21. So let's see. Here I'd have 3 x's, 7 x's. I need one of these to be negative to get a negative there. Let's see, if I put a negative there and a positive there, will that work? I'll have -3 x's plus 7 x's. Yep, that'll be 4x in the middle. And we've obviously got our 3x squared on the front end, and we've obviously got our -7 on the back end. Okay, so far so good. And then what we're going to do is we'll just, making sure that we're crossing out factors, not terms or parts of terms. I'll go ahead and cancel out my common factors, and my answer for this problem then will be 5x minus 1 over 3x plus 7. And with that, it is your turn to try a couple. So it's just go ahead and factor, cross out your common factors, and write the answer. So I've got 2 for you, I believe, that are similar to the 2 I just did. Yeah, they're both fairly similar to the 2 examples I just did for you. So I'm going to stop the video here and give you a chance to do those. And please do go ahead and do them before you watch the next video where I'll go over them for you. So see you then.